Hey, Granny Gear here for Old Guy on a Bike. See if this scenario sounds familiar to you. You're attending a cycling event. Well, it's a distant event. Get all loaded up, get all your stuff in the car, drive there, whether it's across town or across the country, only to find out that, well, you left something behind, like helmet, shoes, something important like that. Well, that hasn't happened to me in a lot of years because I got organized a few years ago, and it's about time you get organized too. Stick around. You know, we cyclists, sometimes we travel with a fair bit of gear, don't we? There's all the nutrition we might want to bring with us, things like just water bottles, and of course the things that are important to make the ride happen, like shoes, gloves, helmets, things like that, sunglasses. It's fairly easy actually, isn't it, to sometimes leave an important piece of gear at home. When you thought you had it, you swore it was in the car, and then when you get there, you don't have it. Well, a few years ago, I put into place something for myself and for Mrs. Granny Gear's lives that has made that much, much harder to do. It's been a long time since I showed up with all the things I needed for the ride. And we're going to look at that today in this Tech Tuesday video. It's also a keepers video because this is one of those things that I love so much that I don't know what I would do without it. All right, let's take a look. In this bag, and I have two of them, I have one for mountain/gravel, and I have one for road. Mrs. Granny Gear, she has two bags as well. One for road stuff, one for mountain bike stuff. In this bag, I have all the things I need, all the core items I need to show up on a ride and ride my bike. Shoes, helmet, gloves, sunglasses. I'll have arm warmers, knee warmers. I'll have a selection of those. I've got head coverings. I've got places for water bottles. I've got places to put nutrition, my bike computer, little things like that, wipes, sunscreen, all that, all in this one bag. So if I'm going to forget my helmet, I got to forget the whole bag. It's not cheap. It's a decent investment. I have no idea how old these bags are. I got them at Interbike. Not recent Interbike either, so that could be 10 years ago. I don't know. They have held up amazingly well. They are so well made. Everything I've ever had from Ogio, I get them sometimes, as press giveaways. They use those for like a backpack or something. You look at it and you go, wow, that's a nice pack. And these have been just bomber. We toss them in and out of the car, in and out of the closet. They have just been great. I don't know anybody at Ogio. They didn't send me these bags. I bought them years ago. At Interbike, they had them, on sale, hey, show special. And I bought 4 of them. I've never talked to Ogio since then. They didn't send me this. They don't know I'm doing the video. But let's take a look at the bag and what's in it, shall we? So to begin with, it's got lots of compartments. It says you can carry this. These are like shoulder straps. So if you're huffing it through the airport or you're carrying it around, these are nice padded straps. I've never used it that way, but you can. We open it up. Let's look at the main compartment first. It's pretty spacious. These zippers too, man, these are bomber zippers. These things still just as good and smooth as ever, because usually zippers, that's one of the first things that fails on a bag. Now, this bag I use more probably than my road bag. Notice this is the only failure I've had. This one pouch is starting to separate the seam, and I know a seamstress lady, I'm going to have her fix that for me. We'll be good to go. But in here, I have got a helmet. I've got a net bag. I get these off of Amazon, a whole bunch of them in a pack. These are really handy. This is all gloves of all different kinds, winter through summer, right? Since this also doubles as a mountain bike bag when I ride mountain bikes, I got a place for some lightweight pads back in here and tucked in there. So I always have a selection of gloves with me. I can adjust through the day, and I'll swap the helmet out if I want to do a mountain bike ride. Maybe I want a visored helmet. That fits in here just fine. That's in the main compartment. This front zippered compartment here, it's nicely compartmentalized. Right now I got all kinds of odds and ends. I've got some emergency wipey things, got some food supplements in there. I always keep a little waterproof thing for my phone. It's a little bit of a mess. There's some clear glasses for riding at night. Like you see, I've got my my Shocks headphones in there in a bag. Sometimes I'll put a computer in there. I got some sunscreen in here. I got some glass wipes. Super, super, super way to keep all those little extra things, however I find the zipper, all those little extra things all organized. We go to this side. This is where shoes goes. This one even says shoes on it, right? Open that up. This is meshed vented. So if you put shoes that are wet and stinky or socks like in there, it's going to vent too. It's not just going to mold or something in there. Nice heavy duty. This is a very heavy duty part of the bag in here. And see, I've got some, these are still dirty with cow poop on them. That was from the recent rock cobbler. And there's room in here for mountain bike shoes, and road shoes fit real easy as well. Now at this end, we've got another big compartment here on the end. Couple mesh bags. This is all arm warmers, knee warmers, leg warmers. I got some arm coolers in there. That's all organized. This mesh bag, this is all head covering. So buffs, caps, winter caps, everything I need in there. This is an armored pocket for sunglasses. It's got a little kind of a reinforced cover on it. You look in there, I got a couple pairs of Tifosi sunglasses. One that's full sun and this pair that's the changeable lenses. So we got those in this little armored pocket. And this actually, on this box, you can actually lock this with a little tiny lock. I never bothered to do that. Let's see what else. We've got, oh, on this side, we got 2 water bottle pockets. So you can put water bottles in here. Right? Keep those organized for you. And there's another bag, pouch back here I've never used. I don't have enough stuff to put in this. I don't know, maybe I need to find something to put in there. Anyway. That's a whole nother pouch right there. And you think we're done. We're not done. Because underneath this is another big zippered pouch. Now this, if you get some wet, muddy, nasty, stinky things, you can put them in here. And that'll keep them all safe and secure from getting all over your car and all over everything. And then if you want to, you can, if I can find the zipper somewhere. Ah, here it is on the back. You can unzip the stinky wet stuff compartment all the way around with a second zipper, and now it's vented, because that way now what's in there can breathe and not be nasty. But here's something to know, okay, what you don't want to do, you don't want to forget those nasty stinky clothes that are in there, because that's bad. Now often as not, I have used something out of this bag for someone else, or more than myself. In other words, someone forgets arm warmers, or they, oh, I don't have any sunglasses, I left them on the kitchen counter, etc., etc. Well, I have enough extras in here to help out with that. And I'm going to take you out to the car and show you one more step up in organization, because remember those old, what was it, like Ronco's old TV ads? They'd say, but wait, there's more. Well, there is more. I'm going to show you that in just a second. But first, let me say one little caveat. I'm going to put a link in the description to the current Ogio website that lists what I believe is the modern equivalent of this bag. Like I said, it's several years old. It looks to be the same to me, but what I can't guarantee is that bag has all the features and pockets exactly like this one, but it does look like it's pretty much the same bag. So have a good look at it to make sure that you're happy with it before you order one. And by the way, I have no discount code or affiliation with Ogio. But I think honestly, I'm not sorry at all I spent the money for 4 of these bags lots of years ago. They are still in great shape, and they have been so good for us. It is really one of those things where you buy once and you cry once, and then you enjoy a really, really good product. That's why this bag is a keeper. Now, let's go out to my car, because I want to show you one more thing that you can do that, well, it just might benefit someone else who's showing up for the group ride. Hang on. All right, we're walking. Let's go out to the trunk of my car, and I'll show you something I put together. Not as much for myself, but for other people. Show up at the ride. The other day I showed up at the ride and somebody had forgotten the water bottle. And before that, I think someone had forgotten a helmet. So this is what I put together. Not as much for me and for my family, but for my friends or anyone who might show up for a ride and, well, they weren't as organized as I am. Check this out. This little box here, this just come one of those little folding partition boxes. You can adjust the partitions and they fold flat. Now you can get them all over the internet, you know, Amazon, that type of thing. I stole this from Mrs. Granny Gear when she wasn't looking. So in this, I have enough stuff to outfit somebody fairly well if they've forgotten something, or maybe even myself if I misjudge the weather. I always carry a floor pump in the car just in case, but I've got an extra helmet. This is a good helmet. It's just one I'm not using anymore. I've got a couple pairs of sunglasses. I've got some socks. I got some extra gloves in here. These are more of a warm glove. I've got some mountain bike shoes, some kind of older shoes that I'm not wearing anymore. On this compartment, I've got some clothing I can change into in case maybe some après ride, how they say that, you know, after the ride stuff. Some shorts, some old sweats, t-shirt. I've got an extra pair of riding shorts. I've got an extra vest. I've got an extra jersey. And I think I got, I don't know, rain jacket, extra rain jacket, things like that. Because all this is for other people that might have forgotten something. If I misjudge the day, well, I might have something in here that'll keep me going. All right, that's it for now for this Tech Tuesday video. You guys have a great week and or weekend. And as always, you go ride your bikes and try and do it, well, with a little bit more organization. Your mother would be so proud.